I made a video. It's the one that just went up called You Can Learn a Resource Character, It's Not That Hard, right? I got a comment on the video that essentially said, learning a resource character may not be that bad. However, one thing I really struggle with is like doing combo routes for the characters. Like I'm constantly like, oh, if I'm in level 1, I can do this combo, level 2 this combo, level 3 this combo. And if my spark gauge is up and I've got my toad summon, if the Boko bar is binted, then you can hit him with the Okidoke Sharingan jutsu that allows me to do the regular combo into this and that. And like you have to like learn all these fancy routes for each level and whether you have this resource or that resource or whatever, right? And I think that that comment has some merit, but they're also missing something important about routing. Most people, especially when you're learning a new character or we're learning whatever, most people are not doing optimal routes all the time. In fact, most good players, especially when a new character is coming out or they're in the learning phase, which you are also in if this applies to you, do not do the most optimal routes for their characters all the time. They don't even know them all the time. In fact, they might purposely know the optimal routes and then do something different because they find it's more consistent or better. When you're learning a resource character, when I learn a resource character, I try to find combo routes, and this is like any character, that just work no matter what. You don't want to like, if I'm in level 1, if I'm in level 2, if I'm in level 3 or whatever my resources are, like if I don't have this resource or that resource, what can I do? And you take that combo and this is your combo. You just do that combo over and over and over. What you then begin doing is, okay, if I have more resources, I can do this version of the combo, right? But also only if you recognize you have the resources and if you remember. It takes you time. Sometimes when I'm playing a resource character, I think, oh yeah, I should do this combo. And then I go to do it and I didn't even look if I had the resource. Like when I'm playing Happy Chaos and I'm like, oh, I got a big counter hit punish. Let me do steady aim, right? And I pull out the gun, I go, doosh, and then Happy Chaos is like, huh? Because he's out of concentration. I'm like, fuck, I didn't look. But my mind told me, oh, when you get this hit, you're supposed to do this big fancy combo. But I wasn't ready to look at the resource. And that's totally okay because I made it to step 1, which was I had a combo that was like a little bit more fancy that took my resources. But step 2 was check if you have the fucking resources before you do the combo. You got to take that and work with it and improve on it. But with any character, whether they have resources or not, you will always start with a baseline and then slowly, situationally improve each aspect of your character's combo routing in every situation. Like with Soul, I just have routes that I can do that are very simple and they always work everywhere. If I don't know what's happening or I don't know how to confirm the route, I'm like, let me just do a clean hit DP and end the combo early and I'm totally okay with this. It's not like people start and they're like, I must master the counter hit this confirm, the crouching counter hit confirm, the regular crouching confirm, the regular standing confirm, the regular, like people don't do that. They just learn a base level of combo routing. And then you add like a counter hit starter. And then you add like, I have some meter. And then you add in like their crouching. And then you add in, you slowly build it up. I think like in all fighting game skills, people just assume that you learn all of this to start. In the same way that people assume that you learn all the frame data for your character or what all the moves do. Like when I played Happy Chaos, as a good example, I'd never used his concentration super for like the first 3 or 4 days. People constantly ask me, why don't you use the concentration super? It's because I didn't really look at what it did. I was like, I don't care what this does. This looks like it takes thinking to figure out. And I don't want to think about that. I'm just going to play the character and learn how to play the character and like do what he does. And that concentration super thing, I'll think about that later when I understand more of the rest of the character. By the last couple of days of playing Happy Chaos, I was like, okay, I know what this does now. And I find myself in situations where I can use it. I got a comment that was like, hey, you more advanced players might just be able to jump in and recognize your resources and your bullets and your concentration and like all this kind of stuff. But I can't remember my meter or my health sometimes or my burst or etc. That is totally okay because I, at one point, was that person too. And not only that, I don't remember as much of these resources as you think I do. If you watch the matches, I constantly fuck up and run out of resources. And over time, you will make those mistakes less. But I think, people just assume that you're not making them because they don't realize it. Maybe you're not saying it out loud or they just don't see it in the gameplay themselves. Everything is going wrong all the time. You're constantly making mistakes. I don't think I play rounds of fighting games without making mistakes almost every round. There's that clip of Hotashi popping and dying today against KV. today. How long has Hotashi been playing Nagoriyuki? Like, it happens. Like, it is extremely normal. The best players in the world make mistakes every game.
Wait. Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Look at this.
He's dead. Why does Hotashi?
That was literally today. He's been playing this character since, you know, the very beginning. He assumed it would kill. He thought he was all good. Look at this combo.
Wait. Oh,
It doesn't kill, and now he's dead. He just made that mistake. It happens. It happens to everybody all the time. I think people always think like, we must be good here. Like, everything must be fine. No, people fuck up all the time. For Bobby Carez, what's good? Thanks to the big 27. Hey, KV. Top players, strong players make mistakes every match. It's the same misconception that people think, like, before they play fighting games, people who play fighting games react to everything. They think, oh, you must react to and deal with all these situations. Like, no, I just stand far away from him so he doesn't fucking hit me. And then I'll be good. I'm safe over here. Everybody fucks up and makes mistakes. It's not just new players. And experienced players, despite their experience, probably make the same mistakes that you do. We run out of bullets and concentration and shit all the time. It's just how it goes. Watching that clip of Hotashi just get shot to death is like really funny. You know that? Most of the time, they over imagine what other people are doing for their routes as like super complex and in-depth, and you know, we're just doing shit that works. Most of the time, I'm just like, this'll do. I'll do this route. This route seems right. Nobody knows the definition of a bombo. It's something you feel.